Today, I released every single wide receiver in the NFL, which means not a single team in the league has a wide receiver signed to their team. And if we go to free agency, we'll find Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, and every other receiver from Amon-Ra St. Brown, all the way down to Kadarius Toney, ready to be signed to any team. Now, the way we actually get them all signed while keeping it totally random is very simple. We start in the preseason, we make sure every setting is set to auto, sim to the regular season, and find out where everyone ends up. Now, obviously, there's way too many receivers to check out where everyone ended up, so for now, we'll check out the top guys. Oh, this is very cool. Justin Jefferson reunites with Joe Burrow on the Bengals. Tyreek Hill is going to be with Lamar Jackson on the Ravens. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes to the Vikings. CeeDee Lamb is a Lion now. AJ Brown is on the Cowboys. Jamar Chase is going to be catching passes from Josh Allen in Buffalo. Mike Evans is on the Steelers. Wow, Scary Terry is also a Lion. That is just unfair. The rich literally get richer. Stephon Diggs is on the Falcons. Brandon Ayuk goes to the Giants. Devontae Adams goes to the Eagles. DK Metcalf is on the Chiefs. I already know the stats that him and Mahomes will put up will be insane. Cooper Kupp is on the Texans. And just to make sure you get to see which guy signed to your favorite team, I'm going to go through every team while I remind you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be honest with you. Subscribers is a vanity number. I know a lot of YouTubers probably don't say that, but it means nothing in the end of the day. But it is very personally rewarding to see that number continue to go up, because all these videos are a lot of work and I do it all by myself. And I think there's something like 86% of people who watch these videos aren't subscribed. So just do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I think when I say that, the button even lights up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll even make a deal with you. Right after I'm done filming this, I'll release every running back in the NFL and film that video and get it ready to go. And as soon as this video hits 5,000 likes, we'll post that for you to watch. I even do have a little twist in mind to make that video more interesting as well. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, help us hit 150,000 because we're really close to that right now. Now we will start out this video actually playing with a few of these teams before we sim in the playoffs. That was Marvin Harrison Jr. on the catch, which definitely gives the Lions the best trio in the league. Like with him, Scary Terry, and CeeDee Lamb who's gonna get the catch here. This team is going to do insanely well. Oh my God, I almost got sacked on that play. Can CeeDee Lamb catch this? He can. Like the Lions were already amazing before adding in all of these guys. This is Laporta who's gonna make this catch get down to like the 12. I'm honestly predicting maybe 1 or 2 losses for them all year long, and Scary Terry here is going to get the touchdown. They're going to be insanely good. Now, the duo I'm definitely the most excited to see is Justin Jefferson paired with Joe Burrow. Like, obviously, it goes back to the LSU days, which goes without saying. Also, just kind of funny that he went from having Jamar Chase to Justin Jefferson, who gets a first. And I love my boy Sam Darnold, but going from him to Joe Burrow is a massive upgrade for Jefferson, who is going to catch this for the touchdown here. And speaking of Sam Darnold, we'll go to Minnesota for hopefully a one-play touchdown here to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who catches this one and goes all the way for it. And speaking of quick touchdowns, we're going to run the jet sweep here with DK Metcalf, who I think is actually going to have the speed. This is the first video where I actually adjusted like the speed difference setting, and Metcalf gets this touchdown. Someone in the comments told me that if you bring that setting down, it makes the game more realistic. So I figured let's try it out. And of course, in this section of the video, we obviously need to see Tyreek Hill on the Ravens, who's gonna catch this one here. I gotta see if I can juke him out. Wow, that was an insane juke. And he gets in for the touchdown. Now let's sim to the playoffs and see how everyone does. Okay, so in the NFC East, the Eagles and Cowboys both made it in. Ayuk actually led the division with 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns, 1,114 for AJ Brown, 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns for Rashee Rice, and about 800 yards for Devontae Adams and Rome Odunze on the Eagles. In the North, the Lions went 14-3 and the Vikings 12-15. Wow, this division had crazy receiving numbers. On the Lions, CD had 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Scary Terry with 11 and 8. Marvin Harrison with 910. On the Vikings, St. Brown had 1,317. Debo had 1,107. And Sutton almost had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. The Packers had 3,000-yard receivers. And the Bears were the Bears. In the South, the Falcons made it in, which makes sense because Stephon Diggs had 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns. Pretty good rookie year from Malik Neighbors as as well. And honestly, nothing else here was really all that interesting. And lastly, for the NFC, the 49ers and Seahawks made it in. Only 4,000-yard receivers in this division. In the AFC East, the Jets went 11-6, Dolphins 10-7. The Jets had Pickens with 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns, and a massive drop-off to T. Higgins with only 4, but he did have 1,100 yards. On the Dolphins, DJ Moore and Puka Nacua had 1,000 yards. Tank Dell led the Bills with 1,310 touchdowns, and surprisingly, Jamar Chase only had 844 and 7. And the Patriots did Patriot things. In the North, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati all made the playoffs. JSN led the Ravens with 1,115 touchdowns, 1,012 for Godwin on the Steelers, 1,010 for JJ on the Bengals. Then you got Lazard, Mike Evans, and Tyreek Hill, all with pretty good years. In the South, Jacksonville was the only one to make it in, led by Tyler Lockett with nearly 1,000 yards, but 17 touchdowns. Keenan Allen actually led the division with 1,316, and oh my God, Cooper Kupp, 1,200 yards and 23 touchdowns. And lastly, in the West, no surprise, the Chiefs won the division going 15-2, with Kelsey, Boyd, and Metcalf all going for over 1,000. Michael Wilson actually led the division in yards with 1,200, but Josh Reynolds on the Broncos had 20 touchdowns. How does that happen? Honestly, like a ridiculous amount of 1,000-yard receivers here. Like, this might be the most I've ever seen in a season. And what a surprise, not a single wide receiver is in the top 10 for MVP. So this is our playoff bracket for this season, and we'll sim the wildcard round to check out our next matchups. So in the divisional, we got Chiefs Bengals, Ravens Steelers, Eagles 49ers, and Lions Vikings. And with 30 seconds to go, the Lions are down by 8. We're jumping in here because they're actually at the 21-yard line already. That's a dumb pass, because they had to waste their second timeout on it. I mean, they have 20 seconds, so it's not over yet. Goff had all day to throw this ball. Why was the coverage just watching him? Okay, the coverage was actually tighter than I initially thought, but what a catch by Marvin Harrison Jr. But they do need the 2-point conversion, and Jahmyr Gibbs gets it. So now Darnold's got 3 timeouts, but only 18 seconds. He does have Hawkinson cross the middle. Already to their own 45. I mean, that was a very good amount of yards on first down. Darnold's gonna run on this one, I think. He's gonna get a first down here, and way more. Oh my God. Took him all the way to the 33. So now they'll get a chance to win the game here. And with 5 seconds to go, they're gonna put this up, and they are gonna nail it. So the Vikings are gonna move on. So now we got Mike Evans and the Steelers versus Tyreek and the Ravens. But the Steelers could not do anything all game here. Now we got D-Hop and the Niners versus Devontae and the Eagles. But the Eagles easily win this one. And last up, we got Bengals versus Chiefs. And with 2 minutes to go, the Bengals are down by 1. So let's see what Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson are able to do. I mean, they do have 3 timeouts, but now only 90 seconds to go because they didn't use a timeout on that one. Another check down. He does break a tackle though, so Moss is going to gain a lot more here. The best thing in their favor is they only need a field goal, so it is definitely very possible for him. Burrow is going to run on this one. He looks like he'll gain a first down. No, he fumbled. Wow, and the Chiefs pick it up. God, even in Madden, the Chiefs can't escape the fixed allegations. So the Chiefs somehow win by 1. That is tough for Burrow. I thought there was no way the Bengals were not winning that game. So in the Final Four, we got Chiefs Ravens and Eagles Vikings. So first up is Vikings versus Eagles. Dude, the Vikings did not show up to play in this game. It is 30-0, but they might get one here. Honestly though, it's just gonna be too little too late. Like, what do they really expect to do with this little time left? So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sim this way and see what happens. And yeah, we get a final of 37-7. That is tough for the Vikings. But will they face the Ravens or Chiefs? And oh my God, it is 42-14. Madden must have changed something because we used to never get blowouts in Sim, especially against the Chiefs, and they might even put up more points here. Brother, as time expires, they kick the field goal and win 45-14. This game is so cooked sometimes. 419 and 5 touchdowns for Lamar, with 344 and 3 of those touchdowns to Hill. There's no way. So in the Super Bowl, it's Ravens versus Eagles, and we're tied at 21 late in the 4th. And right now the Ravens are at the 17, so they are in prime position to put points on the board. But it's 3rd down now. They're gonna hand off to Henry, who's gonna cut back and get stopped. So they're gonna kick the field goal here to go ahead, and Justin Tucker does nail this one. But now what can Hurts do with about 2 minutes? They got all 3 timeouts, timeouts, so I mean, they have plenty of time to work with and like can definitely control the clock here. They didn't call a timeout there, so we're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds now, but they throw and get a big one to, I don't even know who that is. Rashee Rice. Okay, yeah, that's who that is. So now the decision to not use any timeouts is great because they're at the 27 and they get another one to Rice, who's gonna score. That was clutch by Hurts. So now it's all Lamar to get them a touchdown because they're down by 4. That's very good to Andrews. They don't use their last timeout yet. They're at the 47. Another throw to Andrews for a big first down there. And they call timeout with 35 seconds to go. Lamar looks like he might run. He should definitely run. I don't know why he's not running. Throws it away. This game, man. It drives me crazy sometimes because he would have had the easiest first down and could have probably gotten out of bounds. Is he gonna run on this one? Dude, you could have first downs. Oh my God, Lamar's gonna make me lose it on this drive. He could have easily gotten the first down multiple times. Is he gonna run here? No, he's gonna throw it out of bounds again. Oh my God, this is not an act. Like, I am actually mad to watch what I'm watching right now because it makes no sense, and this has gotta be a pick. It's not picked, but it doesn't matter because it was 4th down. So the Eagles are going to beat the Ravens. Lamar just sold on that last drive. But if you wanna see what happens when I release every quarterback in the NFL, click right here. And a reminder, 5K likes on this video, and we'll do it with running backs as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Be good people.